Hello, everybody. I'll give you a two mover again today. White to move here and checkmate black in two moves. The pawn here is one step away from promotion, so that could be an option. All right, that's what you need to know. Now you can pause the video, analyze this, and see if you can find this on your own. Go ahead. Welcome back. So, okay, let's start at looking at this then. What happens if we promote? We give a check here. Black is, of course, forced to take it. And even though he's moving his piece here, we do not have a checkmate here because the black knight will cover that square. And we don't have a checkmate here either. Black will just move away to d8 with his king. So using our pawn to promote is not an option. And there's no point in moving the king somewhere. It's just going to make things worse. We are not looking at the Zugzwang issue here at all, actually. It's best described by moving our bishop. Yes, if this one moves, we could either checkmate here or here with our queen, but black has another knight, and that could move anywhere, and we are not threatening any checkmate at all. So there's no point in moving either the pawn, the king, or the bishop. Instead, we have to move our queen to threaten something, to threaten a checkmate. And when we look at this, what is the only place we can put our queen to checkmate black? Not in one move, but in two moves. What's the only possible square that the queen can put at this position? Well, there's two. It's either e6 or d8. If the queen would reach any of these two squares in two moves, we have a checkmate. So let's start looking at, can we force the queen to d8 perhaps? Queen h4, threatening checkmate here. Well, if we leave the 7th rank, that will allow the black king to escape here, attacking here, and having multiple squares to escape to. So there's not going to be a checkmate after that. And really, the only other possible way to get to d8 in two moves would be to start checking here, but then, of course, we just lose our queen. So there's no use. In other words, we need to get to e6 with the queen. And if we move perhaps to h6, try to get here, the same thing will happen. The king will escape to d7, and really, after that, there's nowhere we can do anything. Of course, the same goes if we start with a check. He will just escape here. So it seems we cannot allow the king to come to d7, but we have to be able to come to e6 ourselves. And now we're getting closer, because now we don't have many options left. So the obvious try would be first queen h3. Now we're stopping the black king from escaping to d7, and at the same time we're threatening to get the queen to e6 with a checkmate. The problem with this move is that black will go to e7 himself, and now we cannot come here because it's not guarded, and we don't have any other checkmate possibilities here at all either. Under promotion to a knight is not good enough. It's a check, and yes, this knight is pinned, but the king can just come back, go to f6 or perhaps d8, so it's not good enough either. Okay, let's see what happens here. If we check here, well, the same thing comes. Black will come to d7. But the other interesting point is that if he grabs our queen here, then it's actually checkmate by promoting to a queen. And this gives us a hint that, of course, it's not the right move. Black will just escape. But we now see that if black moves his knight here, we will have a checkmate with the pawn promotion here, regardless of this queen's whereabouts. So that means we're up for a beautiful queen sacrifice, and here comes the correct move, queen f5. Now we're threatening a checkmate here. He cannot take it because we will just promote to a queen, and this is a checkmate also. If he moves a random move here, we will get to e6 with a checkmate. And of course, there's one more thing we have to look at. which why didn't it work to play queen to h3? Yes, because the king could escape to e7. But there is another checkmate here if the queen is placed on f5, and that is queen f7 checkmate. The knight is pinned, so he cannot take here, and everything is covered. Our pawn is covering the d8 square. So, ladies and gentlemen, the correct starting move in this little puzzle is queen to f6. Then we will either checkmate here, here, or give a queen promotion. That's how we solve this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. See you then. Bye bye.